Good morning and welcome to a regular meeting of a panel of utility commissioners and staff of the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority held today, Wednesday, November 23rd at 10 a.m. by remote teleconference. My name is Chairman Marissa Gillette and I'm joined virtually today by my colleagues, the Vice Chairman Jack Pekoski and Commissioner Michael Karen. We have a regular calendar and a consent calendar in front of us today. So we'll turn first to the regular calendar. The first item on today's regular calendar is docket number 220601, the annual review of Connecticut's electric suppliers and electric distribution companies' compliance with Connecticut's renewable energy portfolio standards for the calendar year of 2021. So I will briefly review the decision that is recommended for the panel's adoption. In today's decision through this docket, the authority reviews and determines the electric suppliers and EDCs or electric distribution companies' compliance with the Connecticut Renewable Portfolio Standards for calendar year 2021. In 2021, 39 companies, which included 37 electric suppliers and the 2 EDCs, in this case, Eversource and United Illuminating, those 39 companies were subject to the Connecticut RPS. In the aggregate, the total load served was approximately 23.5 million megawatt hours. Of those 39 companies, 34 fulfilled the RPS requirements through the procurement and proper settling of the necessary amount of renewable energy certificates, or RECs for short, for each given class. 25 companies fulfilled their RPS requirements for all classes through the purchase and settling of RECs. The aggregate renewable source deficiency from the remaining companies that did not meet their requirements consisted of approximately 169,000 Class 1 certificates, just under 36,000 Class 2 certificates, and just over 23,000 Class 3 certificates. So in the aggregate, that resulted in an assessment of just under $8.4 million in alternative compliance payments. In addition, the authority reviewed through this decision the collective banking actions by those 39 companies, which amounted to a number of Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3 certificates being banked for just under 800,000 certificates banked in 2021 for use in future years. No hearing was required in this matter. No participant requested a hearing, so no hearing was held. A proposed decision was issued in it, and participants were given an opportunity to file written exceptions, to which the authority received several and has made adjustments as such. So today's decision walks through the findings of fact and finding that the companies have satisfactorily complied with Connecticut RPS requirements by meeting RPS obligations. The authority also walks through a number of companies who serve no load and thus were not required to purchase RECs in 2021. The final item in today's decision is a notation regarding several companies who demonstrated a shortage of RECs for compliance in 2021 and thus owe an ACP or alternative compliance payment. The decision today directs the payment of the ACP in accordance with the statutory formula. So with that, I would recommend today's decision for adoption by the panel. Is there a motion?
I move adoption, Madam Chairman.
Second, Madam Chairman.
Thank you. The decision has been regularly moved and seconded. If there are no questions or comments, I would ask Mr. Compton to please take the roll.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Pekoski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Thank you. The decision has been adopted. The second item on today's regular meeting, docket number 220816, the 2022 PURA report to the General Assembly on electric distribution company system reliability. I will be making a motion for the panel's consideration that we remove this item from today's regular calendar. It is not quite ready for a vote. And I would make a motion that we continue consideration of this matter to a regular meeting to be scheduled in the month of December 2022. So that is the motion before us. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Can we take the roll on that motion, Mr. Bumpton?
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Thank you. So we'll revisit that matter in December. If we can move to the third item on today's regular calendar, docket number 220818, the application of Aquarion Water Company to dispose of 4.69 acres of unimproved real property located at 5 Old Turnpike Road in Bethel, Connecticut. I'll turn to Ms. Piedamonte on behalf of authority staff to present the decision for the panel's consideration, please.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, Vice Chair. Good morning, Commissioner. By application dated August 16th, 2022, the Aquarion Water Company of Connecticut submitted pursuant to Connecticut General Statute 16-43 and Connecticut Agency Regs 16-43-2 and 16-43-3, a request for authority approval to donate a parcel of 4.69 acres of Class 3 unimproved land located at 5 Old Turnpike Road, Bethel, Connecticut, to the town of Bethel for use as open space. A hearing is not required for this matter and none was held. The property, which is not presently utilized by the company, was acquired in 2012. There was a water supply well located on the property at that time, which was later physically abandoned in 2016. The company asserts that the property it seeks to donate in this proceeding is neither an essential part of the franchise, nor is it necessary and useful in Aquarion Water Company's performance of its duty as a public service water company. Authority approval is required for public service water companies to sell real property appraised in excess of $50,000. The authority in determining whether or not this transaction is subject to its approval shall consider and make a finding of fact as to whether or not the subject real property is an essential part of the franchise of the public service company or is necessary or useful in the performance of the duty of the public service company to the public. This proposed transaction is for the donation, not the sale of land. Therefore, the authority is not required to apply Connecticut General Statute 16-43E in its review of this application. However, the authority finds that this provision provides appropriate guidance for how it may review and approve the proposed donation transaction and rate-making treatment. The provision 16-43 subsection E1 states, for any sale of land where the property is not more than 10 acres and has not been taxed under the provisions of Connecticut General Statutes sections 12-107C to 12-107E inclusive during the previous 10 years, the authority shall equitably allocate all of the economic benefits of any such sale between the ratepayers and the shareholders of the company. Any such allocation shall be based on the facts of each application for sale, and the authority may allocate all of the economic benefits of any such sale to either the ratepayers or the shareholders. In this decision, the authority finds that the property is not an essential part of the company's franchise and is not necessary or useful in the performance of Aquarion's public service obligations. As such, authority approval under Connecticut General Statute 16-43A and Connecticut Agency Reg 16-43-2 subsection B is not required for the disposition of the property. The authority determines a 50% allocation of the tax benefit from the net transaction to shareholders and a 50% allocation to ratepayers from the donation of the unimproved real property to the town of Bethel for use as open space is appropriate. Staff recommends this decision to the panel for adoption.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
Move adoption.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been regularly moved and seconded. Can we please take the roll?
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Thank you. The decision has been adopted. That concludes our regular calendar. We will move next to our consent calendar on which there are 12 items. Is there a motion?
Madam Chairman, I move today's consent calendar items 1 through 12.
I second it.
Thank you. The consent calendar has been regularly moved and seconded. Mr. Bumpin, please take the roll.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Thank you. The consent calendar has been adopted. With that, we've reached the end of today's regular meeting agenda. We will adjourn. We will reconvene next Wednesday, November 30th at 10 a.m. by remote teleconference for our next regular meeting. And with that, on behalf of my colleagues, we wish everyone a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we will see each of you next week. Thank you.